Before we proceed further with probability, there are certain key terms or jargons which are very frequently used in it, and those are sample space, sample point, and event. So let's understand each of them in detail first. Let's look at sample space. As per Wikipedia, sample space of an experiment is the set of all possible results of that experiment. Alright, let me try to explain you with the help of an example. Let's try and do an experiment. Being a fraud analyst, your experiment will be to analyze the applications, right? And when you analyze the application, what could be all possible outcomes? In a normal scenario, there could be only two possible outcomes. One is fraud, the other one is genuine. So the set of all these two possible outcomes is nothing but the sample space. Let's take another example. Let's say you roll a dice. When you roll a dice, what could be all possible outcome? There could be possibility that you might get 1, you might get 6, you might get 3, or you might get any one of these 6 possible values. So the set of all these possible values is nothing but the sample space. I just hope that it was clear. Next, in this sample space, if you take any point, be it this, or any other point, each of the point is referred as sample point. Next is event. So as per Wikipedia, in probability theory, an event is a set of outcomes. It's a set of outcomes. It's not a set of all possible outcomes, but it's a set of outcome of an experiment to which a probability is assigned. This is the point which you should notice. This is different from the sample space, okay? So it says in probability theory, an event is a set of outcomes of an experiment to which a probability is assigned. Whatever outcome you get, if probability is assigned to that, then that's called the event. If that's all possible outcomes, set of all possible outcomes, that will be called as sample space. Let's understand with the help of an example. So let's say that you roll a dice. So on roll of a dice, this is the sample space which you get. And let's say that your question is to predict what is the probability of getting a face which will be greater than or equals to 5. So if this condition is true, so there are two possible outcomes which you will get. These two set of outcome you might get when there is only one dice is rolled, right? You can get either 5 or 6, right? In this probability, you will get either 5 or 6. So this set is nothing but called the event. Let's revise them all together. So on an experiment, whatever the possible outcomes could be, the set of that is called the sample space. Now each point in this sample space is referred as sample point. Now the set of outcome of an experiment is called the event. I believe this is pretty clear. So event could be one single point as well. That's called the elementary event. That's as per the Wikipedia. You can refer to that Wikipedia as well. I just hope that it is clear to you. Next, we will see what all are the types of events. So when we talk about this, all the types of events, whatever types of events if we segment them all together, then we get 7 types of events, and those are independent event, dependent event, simple events, compound event, mutually exclusive events, and event or event. So these are the 7 types of events which we will be discussing in our upcoming videos. Until then, happy learning. Wish you all the best.